What up though, J Nation? It's your boy JayPitts, and you are watching J Nation TV.
Hop in the booth, I only say what is true. She don't know Jimmy Choo.
So we are back with another video. Let me put the hat on for this one. Special J Nation hat. Today is gonna be a little different because this is the first time that I have ever done a Q&A. We hit 4,000 subscribers, clap it up. And yeah, we were at 3,000 literally like 10 days ago, maybe less. I haven't even been keeping track of, what day is it even? Like, it's like June 51st or something, or like May 92nd. I don't know, it's just been crazy. But yeah, so I put out a poll on YouTube, or a post, as well as Instagram and TikTok, to ask everybody to contribute if they have any questions. I get questions, I get DMs all the time, and I'm like, you know what? Let's switch it up a little bit. Let's do a Q&A so y'all can get to know me a little more, and we can become more acquainted with one another as J Nation. You know what I'm saying? So I just finished the morning workout. I got my fruit with me and my vegetables, like trying to stay healthy, man. Trying to beat this Rona. Plain cucumbers, that ain't my vibe. I don't got Rona. I'm just trying to make sure that my immune system stays healthy for everything. Ooh, and I ate the blueberries with it. So hopefully I can finish this bowl by the time we done with the Q&A. Thank you to everybody that contributed. If you're new here, welcome. Go ahead and like and subscribe, because you about to get to know me during this, and you're gonna want to like and subscribe anyway, because you're gonna see how dope we are over here. So without further ado, the people that contributed to the Q&A, you are gonna get shouted out. I appreciate you guys, and let's just get started right off the bat. So this first question came from TikTok, and this guy's name is young.og22. And this person asked me, what's one thing you would change about the music industry? I'm gonna have to close this window because it's a sparrow's nest like right there. Young OG22, thanks for contributing, bro. He said, what's one thing you would change about the music industry? If there's one thing I would change about the music industry, I would make it to where if you're dope, if you're good at what you do, then it's so much easier to be found, discovered, and they're way more accessible. And I will also change the crappy contracts that exist in the music industry. People get screwed over every day, signing bad contracts, bad record deals. Some people are screwed over for life. Some of our favorite artists, my favorite artists. So, yeah, that's one thing I would change about the music industry. It can be mad shady, which is why I'm independent right now and not trying to sign to no labels or anything. Got to get my leverage up, and y'all helping me. 4K subscribers, let's keep it going. This next question is also from TikTok. I guess I'll do them in order. I'll do TikTok, IG, and I'll do whatever YouTube questions I got. Milesy Eager. I'll put the ad up here so y'all can know each of these people. If y'all want to go find them, follow them, cool. Milesy Eager said, how did you achieve your Jamaican accent? That's actually really funny because on TikTok, but for those of y'all that be seeing me on TikTok, y'all know I'm crazy over there. I do all types of stuff. I do emoji videos. I be, you know, doing all types of craziness. One of the ways I've been able to kind of master kind of that island African accent, my family is from Belize. Here's the flag. And my dad's side. So technically I'm first generation here. If he didn't come here, I wouldn't exist. And being around family that has a Creole accent, a Belizean Creole accent, it's different from a Jamaican accent, but there's a lot of similarities with just the whole Caribbean aspect of everything, since Belize is considered a Caribbean country. So being around family and doing all that stuff, it just helps me to be able to do the Jamaican accent like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Another Jamaican might tell me that they don't sound right, they don't sound just like them, but I know how to do it just enough to make you convince I'm Jamaican, you know? So that's how I do that. Good question. This is fun. It's like y'all interviewing me or something. I'm having fun doing this because it's like y'all get to know me. I get to know what y'all want to know about me. Let's keep going. We got a lot to do. This might be a longer video. Another one from TikTok. This is It's Me, Kaya. She said, where are you from? From a broad standpoint, the US. I am Belizean American. I am from Michigan. And the city I'm from is Detroit, Michigan. We gonna eat a watermelon on that one. You know, when I was little, I was told if you eat the seeds with the watermelon, then the watermelon gonna grow in your stomach. I never believed it, but I was never like not afraid of it. Anyway. This next TikTok question comes from Charles15. He said, what made you start TikTok? Well, Charles, that's a good question. What made me start TikTok was I was watching a lot of Gary Vee last year, and he was talking about this new emergence of TikTok and how it's going to take over the social space and it's going to be #1. And Gary Vee was talking about all these how artists should just hop in and how there's a lot of growth very fast if you get in on stuff early. And I've been late to everything, y'all. Like, and even if I've been early to it, I didn't know how to work it, you know, and you don't come in knowing how to do stuff. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to try TikTok out. I'm going to see what it's like. And I'm going to just throw myself out there and see if there's anything that I can get from this platform like he's saying. I've never heard of anything like that. And it seems like a cringy app for little 10-year-olds. Boy, was I wrong. And I'm glad that I joined. So that's what made me start TikTok, Gary Vee. And then my homie Trey Little was starting around the same time. So we kind of inspired each other to keep going. And he's almost at 1 million followers right now. He's doing great for himself. That's the homie. Definitely that made me start. And it's not too late. It's still considered early. People are blowing up every day on TikTok, man. I could talk about this all day. Good question. All right, another question from TikTok. OMG _ it's Nilla Cookie. She said, that's a funny name. She said, where do you get your ideas? Sis, let me tell you, I've got a lot of crazy stuff going on in here, okay? I don't know, I just be thinking of random things. It might be a blend of situations that I've experienced or things that I've seen on TV or stuff I've seen growing up. So like, you know, when it comes to TikTok videos, sometimes I just scroll through the For You page and look at what somebody else did, and I'll get inspired by their idea and take it in a different direction. So my inspiration comes from a lot of different places, but mainly TikTok. Like in regards to making TikTok videos, it comes from TikTok or just whatever I was doing before TikTok, just bringing it on over it and feeding it through the TikTok tube, okay? So yeah, good question. Next question from TikTok. This is, I'm a Nettie. I'm gonna just assume that's how you do it. Like I said, I'm gonna put it up here. I ain't the king of pronunciations, all right? I am Nettie said, how do I get famous on TikTok? Well, I don't know how you get famous on TikTok. Many people would consider me famous on TikTok. I mean, I don't know. Famous on TikTok to me, for some reason, is like 2 million followers or something where you'd be known. I mean, I've been recognized when I've gone certain places around my city and whatnot, but yeah, but how do you get famous on TikTok? I can't really speak for somebody else, but I can give you tips. I think it's just being original, having original content, like the things that people know me for, even coming on to YouTube is my emoji videos. And the more original content you can bring to the table, or if you take a spin on some content that's already popular, for instance, let's see, the Renegade dance, right? That's like probably TikTok's #1 dance, right? Charlie D'Amelio really coined that, even though we know it was made by a Black creator. But she made it popular, nothing wrong with that. And a lot of people started blowing up their profiles off of that song. So you can use a popular song, but then certain people were taking our expectation to see them do the Renegade dance and like switch the beat and do something crazy and unexpected that just like breaks our expectations. And it's a really good idea, and they can infiltrate the popularity by, you know, being creative in that fashion. But it really depends on you. TikTok is a good way to express yourself, and people can really spot unauthentic content, like if you're trying to copy somebody or if you're just not really being yourself. So it really depends on what type of content you want to put out there, and you got to make sure you be yourself. You know, take risks, be yourself. Me, I do music, I do emojis, and I talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about. I usually like might post the first thing that comes to my mind. Like I might post a video of me just eating some blueberries like this, and if I can put something creative around it, it might work. It's worked in the past. Just do you. Watch your favorite creators, see some of the things they do, and see if you can come up with any ideas off of what they done. All right, another question from TikTok. Kenny _long asked me, where do you want to be living in 30 years? That is a really good question, Kenny. And I actually have the answer to that question. If you would have asked me this 6 months ago, it would have been different from now. But where I want to be living in 30 years is in Africa. Somewhere in Africa where I can build. I've been paying attention a little bit to what's been going on in regards to forward movement in Africa. America has so many horrible ideas about that place. I've been fed so many lies about what Africa isn't, the type of people there, the type of people that aren't there. And Africa isn't perfect, but America ain't either. I mean, a lot of what I think is in that one emoji video I made with the two people from Africa looking at America about what's going on right now. Like, brother, did you see what is going on in America? You know what I mean? So, I would love to live over there because, you know, there's so much opportunity, and just to be around people that look like me and not feeling like, oh, wow, somebody could kill me because of how I look. You know, like, there's a lot of stress, not to get too serious, but it is what it is. It's my life. It's a lot of stress that goes into getting up and leaving to go out the house every day. Like, if I forget my wallet, like, man, what a panic attack that you can have just forgetting your wallet. Realize you got to drive back home riding dirty because if you get caught and you don't have no ID to bring to oh my gosh, I got stories. So Africa, I want to build out there. I think it's an open market for music, and based on the clout that I've been able to build up right now, if I can keep things going for myself and really start making good money, then I could go a lot farther over there than my money could go here in America. So that's a gem. That's a gem. So in 30 years, I probably would have been there for a while already, though. I probably would have been there. I mean, don't worry, I ain't leaving y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got the internet. That's how y'all connected with me anyway. Y'all ain't never seen me in real life, so I'm gonna still be the same. This next question is also from TikTok, and it comes from Spirit Faith YT. And their question is, how long did it take you to grind on TikTok to get to where you're at now? Great question. I don't even know if I would call it a grind. I got lucky. It is a grind, but I really got lucky, man. Like, when I first started TikTok at the end of August, beginning of September 2019, I didn't know what to do. I had these old skits on my phone that were very cheesy and corny, and I was like, all right, let me post these to TikTok. I posted them, and after like a day, it had like 2 views, 3 views, and I didn't really know how to work the app, and I just saw a bunch of cringy stuff on there, and I'm like, maybe I don't fit into this app. So I kind of left it alone. I came back, and one of my videos had like 8,000 views. Another one had almost 30K. Another one had 2,000. I'm like, what? Right? You know, so I just started really like, all right, this might be something that I can invest in. And so I started trying different content, still figuring out, some flopping, some really doing well. And this is kind of early on in TikTok when there was free clout for everybody with different hacks that people use to kind of blow up. Not that those things don't exist today. Don't make excuses on why you shouldn't start. But I just kept consistent, started posting, coming up with ideas back to back, and just really making that my focus. TikTok. Let me bring this over and it really helped me. It helped me to grow my Spotify. It helped me to get to where I am today on YouTube. TikTok is like the body of the spider, and all the other social medias are like the legs. And it really helped to grow everything else from the center of TikTok. So I really still got to go hard on TikTok in order to keep growing these other places to make sure that we can see success. So that's kind of how I grinded it out, in a sense, if you will. Consistency is always key to anything you want to be good at. Another question from TikTok. Okay, I'm Kennedy. How old is your daughter and what is her name? Man, that sounds a little personal, but because I've answered questions about my daughter before, she's been all up in my YouTube content. Me and my wife got a whole page that we ain't posted on in a year on YouTube and everything. We shared everything. Y'all can find it if y'all really want to find it. But my daughter's name is Briston. I've always wanted that name for my daughter. Quick backstory: I've known my wife since I was like 12 years old. We were friends, and then when we started getting serious, I was like 18, and I knew that when we got married and when we had a child, that I wanted our child to be like us because I loved our relationship. And my wife's name is Brianna, my name is Justin. Briston was a perfect name that represents that this child is us. So, and she'll be 3 at the end of the summer. So she feel like she going on 20 though. I feel like I got a whole teenager, yo. The way she be talking back and everything, that's my baby though. Next question is from TikTok. This is from Costin_DeSavage. I think I said it right. Like I said, I put it right here. Costin DeSavage asked me, how old are you? I've gotten a lot of different things about my age. Some people tell me I look like I'm in my 30s. Some people tell me, most people tell me I look older than what I look. But I'm 26. I just turned 26, May 21st. Gemini season. Yeah, I'm 26. So Oh yeah, I guess there's no real other way to answer that question. There you go. All right, next question from TikTok comes from Dude Man Bro 05. Dude Man Bro 05 asked me, what's your favorite video game or video game character? Bro, that's a really good question. That's a really good question. By the way, I just got a Nintendo Switch like 2 weeks ago. I guess my family, we got a Nintendo Switch. So I'm still figuring it out. So if y'all play the Switch and y'all want whatever the gamer code, whatever it is, let me know. And yeah, we can play together. I got Mario Kart, Smash Bros. Get these hands. I would say one of my favorite games, if not my most favorite game, is Super Smash Bros. I've been playing that game since Smash Bros. I had on the Nintendo 64. I still got my Nintendo 64 and it works perfectly, and I can still give anybody their hands in Smash Bros. On that one. My favorite Smash Bros. Is probably Brawl, but I like this one on the Switch too that I've been playing and getting used to. And I'm still pretty good on that one. But my favorite video game character, I would have to say CJ from GTA San Andreas. CJ, what y'all know about CJ? Y'all know about GTA San Andreas? That is my favorite GTA of all time. If they remastered that and made it like with better graphics, bro, like I would be on that mug for hours. But GTA San Andreas had like the best storyline, the best like character development, the best like real life and real hip hop crossovers to the real world. Like, yeah, it was fire. It was fire. And I got 2 copies of that for my PS2, which also still works. So yeah, that's my favorite video game character. This next question comes from Instagram, Devin Sunshine. She asked me this. Devin is dope, y'all. Like, she's been a long time follower and subscriber, and she also makes music herself. Y'all should check it out. Devin Sunshine said, what's the first song you remember being blown away by lyrically? That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. The first song I remember being blown away by lyrically, I'm pretty sure it was Lupe Fiasco, American Terrorist. Lupe Fiasco was one of the my most influential rappers growing up. I was like 11, 12 years old when American Terrorist came out. And it was about greed and all of these like not political statements, but more so like exposing corruption. And I never heard anybody talk about stuff like that through music and hip hop and sound so cool and so educated. And it really inspired me and opened my eyes at the same time. And I was like, yo, like, how can I make music like that? Music that can be descriptive enough to move people, you know? So he inspired me to basically take meaning behind what I say. And that really blew me away. Kanye definitely followed up off after that. Heard Him Say really got me. And, you know, Kanye's storytelling ability was and is impeccable. So like, yeah, that definitely was one of the ones though, if I can remember correctly. There's probably some before that, but that one definitely stood out to me. Devin had 3 questions, so I'm gonna just ask hers all in a row. She said, how old were you when you decided you wanted to make music a career? Man, it really depends on what I want to say on this one, because there was different points where I thought I wanted to make music my career, but when I actually took it seriously at one point, that was like 5-6 years ago. So 16, I realized I had some sauce. I was cooking people at lunch tables and I was coming up with punchlines. I was listening to Wayne back and forth and trying to come up with clever punchlines that can make people go, oh. I was roasting people. I was looking. People used to be banging on the lunch tables during school, and I'll be roasting people left after right. And my friends would be gathering around and they'll be listening, you know, to what JayPitts gonna say on the back of the bus going to the football games, basketball games. I'll be freestyling and kicking it crazy and just, yeah. So I knew I had something special. I started rapping for my youth group because that was like one of the only avenues that I could express myself. And so they let me do that, which really helped me to develop my sound, my craft, and work on writing and everything and presenting and performing. And I was like, I might have something here. But I was very nervous, very second guessy of myself. But then by the time I was like 21 years old, I was like, you know what? I done performances. I done wrote songs. I done recorded songs. What am I doing? Am I trying to make a career off of this? Or am I just trying to do this as a hobby? And once I stopped lying to myself and just going along to get along and give myself real answers, I made a decision right then and there. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this all the way, or I'm gonna stop wasting time when I could be making money doing something else, you know? So I was like 21 years old when that happened, 21 years old. And then she asked a really good question. She said, who are your biggest musical influences that are not rappers. One, this is easy. This one's really easy. I would say Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, man, who didn't he inspire? Like, I would say, I arguably think that Michael Jackson was the most famous person to have ever lived. Like, I don't care what you say, Michael Jackson could make a 2-year-old dance and a 92-year-old dance. Like, he united so many people with his music. So many people from learn just the English language in order to be able to sing along to a Michael Jackson song. You can't say that about anybody today on such a wide scale. And he inspired me as an entertainer because he was just so passionate and so loving and so like into what he was doing and making sure that he gave a quality performance to the people that watched him. And I'm like, yo, like, thank you. He inspired me so much. Like, my first musical inspirations have everything to do with Michael Jackson. Walter W28 from Instagram. This is the homie. He produced, how many songs did he produce for me? I'm not even sure because I've been working on a lot of stuff. But he produced Motown Freestyle for me. So shout out to you, bro. And he said, what's your next goal you want to achieve in music? The next goal I want to achieve in music is to be self-sufficient. Are there babies in there? Did she already hatch her eggs and give? I hope it ain't no babies in there. That's gonna keep me up at breath. Anyway, I'm looking at my dough. But the next goal I want to achieve in music is self-sufficiency. I want to be able to produce, write, and rap, and record, mix, and master, and put out my music, and to be able to make 3 times my cost of living. If I can make 3 times as much my cost of living through just streams, I ain't talking about brand deals, I ain't talking about touring, whenever that'll happen again. I ain't talking about shows or even merch. I'm just talking about strictly streams, and even more specifically, Spotify. No other streaming service counted. I would want to make sure I can make 3 times what it costs for me to live every month, or my family to live every month, just off of Spotify streams. Because if I can do that, I have complete control. That means I have fans waiting on me, like y'all, but on a way bigger scale, and I can just, my music is a money printer. Every time I release good quality music, then people are gonna come listen to it, and it's gonna give me money and take care of my family. That's my next goal, and that's the only thing I see. So I have to just remain consistent, keep releasing music. I'm releasing a project this summer. Y'all heard it here first. And I'm just gonna put advertisements out. I got a lot of different things that I gotta try to do. Build relationships with blogs and different people in different spaces so that I can get more exposure. So that's what I need, man, for real. And y'all are helping me a lot when y'all listen to my stuff and don't just click my emoji videos, but listen to my music. The audios that I put out really does help. My homie Bats, he's also on TikTok with over 250,000 followers. So dude is doing his thing over there. He's an artist too. He said, what's the biggest improvement from your music now to when you first started? That's a really good question, Bats. I would say, bro, my biggest improvement is my mixing. My mixing, as well as my delivery, my voice, and maturity. When I listen to my old stuff, I see some of the things I was trying to do, but I couldn't necessarily accomplish based on my skill level at the time and based on my mixing level at the time. But now, since I'm like more seasoned in my craft, let me eat some more of this. I'm able to do way more and accomplish way more and have more control. So I can just hear the sonic difference. Even the stuff that I released like 1.5 years ago, it's like, ugh, you kind of cringe a little bit. You know, like when you look at a picture that you drew in 5th grade and you in 7th grade right now, you think like, dang, I thought I was cold. I thought I was cold, but I was trash. That's kind of how it's like. All right, last couple questions here, or a few questions. I think I got 2 or 3 left. This is from my homie Langston Bristol. He actually was on a few songs of mine, and I'm on a few of his, from Wild Wild Blessings to Get Right on his D-Town demo. Like, we got a lot of songs we worked on together. Homie is dope, and he's going places like far in the music industry. Like, y'all watch him. Langston asked, have you dabbled in producing at all? And if not, do you plan to? I always thought you would make a great producer because your ear for beats is nice. I appreciate that, bro. And to answer your question, yes, I have. Back in like 2012 is when I was trying to make beats by myself by using loops, and I was cutting stuff up. I was getting way more precise, but I had no technical training. This is like before people really like knew how to do studios like that, because it really wasn't that heard of for people to have their own home studios around that time like that. And if they did, it's not like they knew what they were doing. So I was kind of thugging it, and I was doing pretty good for what I was doing. But then I realized I needed to stop doing beats, and I needed to focus on writing and delivering my music, because I wasn't able to accomplish the type of production based on the tools that I had, and I didn't have the type of training to accomplish the sound that I wanted. So I would be compromising the sound, and my songs wouldn't be coming out as good. So I had to leave producing alone and look for other producers that could do stuff for me. But now that I'm here, I'm like, I need to get back into producing. I got a better ear and better control and better technical training on how to produce in a lot of ways, and a lot of tools to learn how to do that a lot more. So I definitely want to get back into the producer bag, because it's super important, and that's a whole nother stream of income. So yes. His second question is, what would it take for a label to be able to sign you? That is a good question. So what would it take for a label to sign me? Number one, I want a short-term deal. So maybe a year. So if it's trash, I'm not in there for long. Number two, I want to own my masters. You know, other factors really depend, because different trade-offs can have me feeling, you know, some type of way about it. Like if they're like, we're going to take 60% of your streaming income, but it's only going to be for a year. And after that year, I have a big fan base that I have now monetized that I couldn't do by myself. It's worth it to me. It's worth it. Even if they took a bigger percentage of that, if it's a short-term concept, if it's a short-term contract, they give me that exposure that'll give me my fans, and they make their money off of me. And after that, I'm released, and I can go make my own money with those fans that I now have, and whatever team I want to hire with the money that I'm able to bring in. Heck yeah, I'll sign a deal. Yeah. It's all deals aren't bad. It's just that the music industry is so shady that you gotta have a lawyer that can interpret a contract for you to make sure you're actually getting what they say you're going to get. That's highly unlikely. So until I get that deal or that lawyer that can read the contract and that I can trust, it's highly unlikely that I would sign a deal. The last question Langston asked is, would you ever consider signing artists one day after you grow your platform at a suitable level? Heck yeah. See, now that's what I want to do. I want to be able to grow myself to the point where I can now equip other artists with the tools they need to be just that, to be the artist and to make their money. And now, of course, I'll take a percentage. That's how anything works, you know? That's the exchange. I might take a certain percentage, but I'm not going to jip you. And I'm going to make sure you have the tools to be successful independently. And I want to make sure that, you know, the music is good and everything, and that you can get your opportunities to make your money. But first, I got to do that myself. Once I do that myself and accomplish that, and I start bringing money in, then I'll start bringing other artists in, maybe sign them or put them in positions to where we both can make money, and yeah, go from there. That's definitely on the horizon, but I got to work on me first. I can't be a person signing somebody when they be like, hey, what have you done for yourself? Well, here's what I can do for you. No, what have you done for you? You know what I'm saying? So good question, Langston. Good question. Zach Deronin from IG, he asked, what made you want to start making music, and what drives you to keep moving forward today? Very good question. What made me want to start making music is the fact that I realized that writing and rapping was very therapeutic, is very therapeutic for me. I can illustrate my ideas so much better over rhythms and flows and beats, and I feel I can be understood and taken seriously and non-seriously in a better way when I use music. As a kid, even as a 3-year-old, when I learned those C-Spot Run books, I was very like into those. I like rhymes, books that rhyme, poem books, poetry books, and that kind of makes sense as to why I am the way I am today with poetry and music. And just seeing different artists growing up on MTV, Rap City, BET 106 in Park, it looks so cool. It looks so cool and it looks so appealing. And I'm like, I want to do that. And then when I realized I can, I'm like, I can do that. And so I did do that. And now I'm going to do it on a higher level so I can get paid and keep getting paid. You feel me? And what drives me to keep moving forward today? The fear of failure. It's kind of bad that that's the case, but I don't want to fail at this. When I pursue something, I want to go completely after it. And also, like, I done put so much eggs in this basket, and I have a growing family now that they depend on me to make this work. Now, obviously, I make sure that they're taken care of in regards to other things, in regards to bringing money in. But I want music to be the thing that brings more than enough money in, that I leave my legacy behind. And it's a hobby and it's a habit. And it's just exactly what I want to do in life, okay? It's just as simple as that. It's exactly what I want to do. Those were really good questions. I really appreciate all of y'all for like asking those questions, making me think. It just shows me how much people care about what we're doing on this channel, about what we're building, about where we've come from and where we're going to. So I appreciate y'all. I really hope that y'all enjoyed this. Hopefully this filled up some time for you during the day. I know it can be hard to find stuff to watch. Sometimes I get sucked into the negativity of everything that's going on and I gotta unplug, right? There's a difference between staying informed and staying in a negative space, and I gotta control that. And so I'm here to give y'all that because we're complex human beings. Hopefully y'all feel a little bit more a part of J Nation after all of that going on. But definitely subscribe, tell your friends about this channel, like this video because it helps the algorithm and we can get to 5K faster, okay? At 5K, we're gonna do a giveaway. I got merch. 5K, we're gonna do a giveaway. If y'all get me there, let me know in the comment section if you want something. And you know what I'm saying? I'll start scoping it out, seeing the type of stuff y'all want. But go look at the website, jaypitts.us. You'll see everything I got on there for sale. But once again, thank you for watching. Make sure you follow me on my socials. It's in the description. I gotta finish this bowl before we get off this video, so we gonna time lapse this real quick. Hold on.
Too late in the game, niggas be jocking me. But I'm collecting fees and ain't no stopping me. Roll the dice and I took all the property.
We finished it, y'all. Finished it. All right, I'm out.
Hop in the booth, I only say what is true. She don't know Jimmy Choo.